JavaScript timing event runs a function every second to update the current time on the screen. The demo on the screen displays a live digital clock that updates every second. You can see how the second is counting as the last part of the digital clock. Let's move ahead and build this digital clock together. Here are the steps to follow to build the live digital clock. Number 1, start the interval, which runs show time every 1000 milliseconds, which is equivalent to 1 second. Step 2, we are going to plug in a function that runs again and again. Step 3, we need a way to get current time through a new date object. Step 4, we need a way to extract time values in order to get hours, minutes, and seconds. Step 5, we need to update the page in order to display the time on the screen. Let's build the live digital clock together using the set interval method. Here's my boilerplate code, and I've added some comments in order for it to be easier for us to know where to work and add code that we need to make changes in our output. So the first comment says add a p tag with an ID of clock. So I will go ahead and make a p tag and give it an ID of clock. Then I can close it with no any additional text in between. Then I will move into the script tag and begin to add JavaScript function that is needed in order to make this clock work. So the set, I will call the set interval method here. So the method will take 2 parameters. The first one is show time, and then how long, or like within what interval. So I want it within every 1000 milliseconds, which is equivalent to 1 second. So this is the function that will be called and will be run repeatedly. Now I need to make the function for this set interval before it is being called. So I need to make a function show time, and inside it I need to first get the current time. And how do I get the current time? I can use the new date objects to get the current time. Now that I have gotten the current time, then I can select the elements, get elements by ID. And what is the ID? The ID is clock. And use the inner HTML in order to manipulate it. And now that I have this ID selected, then I need a way to extract hours, minutes, and seconds. So I can use my variable from new dates object here to get hours. Get hours plus space, then get minutes, and then get seconds. So I have this here. And you can see that immediately I completed this line, immediately I extracted the hours, the minute, and the second. Then the clock appeared and started counting. You can see every 1000 milliseconds, which is equivalent to 1 second. So this function will be called and it will continue to run again and again. So that repeated running of the function is what is giving us the counting of the seconds as the last part of this live digital clock that you can see on my screen. So it runs show time, this function that we have here, every 1000 milliseconds, which is equivalent to 1 second. So the set interval function, which we have here, that takes in the function and the time, is a function that is repeatedly after a fixed time, and that fixed time is the 1000 milliseconds, which is equivalent to 1 second. So the new date object here is what gives us the current date and time, and the inner.html here is what is updating the content on the page that you can see here. So using set interval method, we can run a function repeatedly. In this example, we run a function every second to get the current time and display it, creating a live digital clock. Now, with what we have here on the screen, what happens if we change 1000 to 500? What do you think is going to happen? Well, let's find out. I've changed this value from 1000 to 500. Now let's look the counting. Can you see it? So what happened is that the clock updates twice every second, faster. The way it counts now is more faster than how it was counting before. So that is just the difference. If I take this to 2000, then the counting will be a bit slower than when it was in 1000. Now let's take a look. You will see it will count, but it will take 2 seconds before it starts counting. So this is not like an event like click or key down. It's a timing function in JavaScript. Here are some of the key takeaways from this lesson. Number 1, set interval method creates repeating actions. Number 2, it is used for real-time updates. The date object is what gives the current time for extraction. This is how clocks, timers, and live data work in real life.